To boldly go where no one has ever gone before is something that happens in Stacy's life way more than mine. Not saying I'm spoiled, not saying that I'm like some kind of used car, but I have been most places and I've done a lot of things in my 40 plus million years on this earth. And Stacy this week and we went to NASA. We went to the U.S. Space and Rocket Center.
In Huntsville, Alabama.
Alabama.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy King Germ, one half of Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Each and every Friday, Queen Germ and myself drop an episode to show the people how Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Now, we're not like most married couples. Most of the time we disagree, but that's the beauty of the show. So, when you get through listening to Sparrows UnderReview, come give us a listen. Each and every Friday on any DSP, go look for Pod and Saved Our Marriage.
Thank you for that. And I just want to take a moment to say that I really appreciate you putting up with me on all of these new adventures, because here's the story. We are in Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, to be specific.
Auburn, War Eagle, Tigers go. Tigers. Auburn straight up all day in Alabama.
There is a lot of Auburn fans up here, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. Anyways, so we were driving down the highway, interstate, road, freeway, whatever you want to call it. And I see this thing pointing up into the sky, and it is huge. And I look over at JR because finally I'm the passenger. And I say, is that a spaceship? Or I mean a rocket ship?
And I'm like, yeah. And mind you, something weird happened while we were here. There was talk about Space Command or something.
Yes. So we saw that. And then when we got home, we call it home, but to our place of where we were staying that evening, we saw on TV that President Trump was talking about the Space Center in
Space Command moving from Colorado.
Alabama.
Yeah, moving there. Mm-hmm. So next thing you know, we're eating dinner and we're looking over things like we normally do.
Mm-hmm. And
after she had already seen it, I got interested in it because it was one thing in particular that I hadn't done in so long. And the last time I'd done this, in no weird way, my son went to a planetarium, and that was the last time I went, and he was a kid.
Okay. No, I don't ever remember going. Now, everybody knows my memory issues, so there's a possibility that they did something like that with us in school.
Yes.
But I don't remember it.
Yeah, unless it was at the Clay Center in Charleston, which is a great place to go, by matter of fact. And we have one in Chatham, Virginia.
Okay.
Planetariums are not something that a lot of people do or go to. It's not like, I think there's one in Washington, D.C., but planetariums kind of died off because of the aesthetic of what you have to do to keep one up. And,
right.
And those things are huge, and they're IMAX quality.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful. Let me not describe it because in my experience, it don't matter. It's you. Take over.
No, keep going. You express how you felt.
Well, the planetarium to me is a very, very unique thing you can do, and you only get once or twice to do it and be impressed or not be impressed, and then after that, it's something that's not a fixture in our scientific STEM world unless you're part of a scientific STEM world.
Right. And he's not meaning like, oh, hey, we watch it, we see the stars, and then we forget about it. But it's just not encompassed into our daily lives. So we don't hold as much heart, I guess.
Yeah, regard.
And attention and wanting to deal with this every day as these people do. And right. I will say they are amazing. I will give them that so far.
Yeah, and I'll tell anybody, if you have a youngster that needs to go to space camp, send them to space camp and you stay at the Marriott right down from them.
Right.
The overall facility, seeing all this stuff about Apollo, these different things about weather, basically science. Science is something that we deal with science fiction all day long because that's movies and TV.
Yeah.
But where the movies and TV get their inspiration from, or, things, because we've seen things in pop culture when we were visiting. Hell, I seen I Dream of Jeannie. But the actual aspect of a planetarium, having
So now, you're talking about just the show, Planetarium, not the overall experience, correct?
right. I want your planetarium experience because mine doesn't matter. Yours is
No, I mean, it does matter. All your opinions are valid. Just like, everybody's opinions are valid. I might not agree with your opinion, but it's still valid to you.
well, yeah. I like everything that we did at the facility was fine. If you need to know more about that, you can see video and different things that we'll be posting later. If you follow us on our socials. But this planetarium, intuitive is what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
We had the choice of 2 movies to watch or videos, as you want to call them. They were both 45 minutes in their respective time limits.
Their showtime, yeah.
Yeah, and the first one that we were told about,
See, the one that caught my eye was Our Place in Space.
yeah, the one we went to.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another one about James Webb Space Telescope, the story unfolds or untold or whatever.
Unfolds.
Yeah. And the reason we picked the other one was because obviously you wanted to go see it, and because our nice ticket taker or person that just took my money explained the difference in the aspect of which you were going on. You will go on a journey with Our Place in Space, which we did.
So let's break that down real fast because we can. So Our Place in Space basically brought you in, started you on Earth, took you into space, took you to the sun, and then you ended up in Pluto.
And then outside of our galaxy.
Yeah. Yep.
And you got a vast knowledge of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of science, but what I liked about it was they didn't make you feel out of place.
Right. And it was enough information to where you're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Let's learn from that. It was enough information to give you, like, how do I explain this? They treated you like you were a child learning coming in, but they didn't treat you like a child as far as your mental capacity.
Right. But they kept it elementary enough.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right. They kept it elementary enough that you didn't hear them say like words that didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And what I found especially cool was when we got through the major planets and then we went on to a dwarf planet of Pluto. Pluto was explained to us and why it was classified the way it was, and that it was still considered a planet, not a star. Because I don't know where I heard it, but we get misinformation. That's what I remember being told in my last few years of high school, that it was now just a star.
Right. I remember hearing it was a planet because no.
It was a planet when we were kids.
My very educated mother just, I don't know, whatever that word was. And it always ended it with a P. So Pluto to me was always a planet. But then all of a sudden, it's too small to be a planet, so we're just going to consider it a star.
Right.
Like you said, I didn't know that it was never not reclassified again, which I could have heard at some point it was reclassified as a planet, but not necessarily as a dwarf planet.
Right. And that was something, everything that we got educational-wise that had updates to it.
Yep.
It made me feel great about not knowing anything about science anymore.
Right. And because he said the reason why they were considered dwarf planets is because they are finding more and more planets that size around us. So they can't classify all of those planets as major planets.
Right. And something with the gravitation of a moon. Something to do with the gravitation of a moon to give it a classification. That was the one thing that it was missing from being a planet.
Okay.
Because remember it said that
I don't remember it that way. It made sense when he said it, but if you say it the way that you say it, then Mercury and Venus aren't planets because they don't have moons.
Right, it's something, but I may even have it mixed up because it's misinformation all across the board somewhere. So
it was a learning experience for us. I will definitely like to do it again in a different place. I loved the guy that did the EMC with it. He was very energetic and funny, and it made you want to pay attention. He wasn't monotone. He wasn't boring.
Right. And he cut little one-liner jokes that made sense, and he carried it. And what I did like about it was being self-guided. Because as a kid, when I went to see it, and as an adult, Spock from Star Trek, Leonard Nimoy, would usually be the voice for it. And I'll play Leonard Nimoy. We'll go see one with his voice on it.
I know.
I liked not having it narrated by the video. I like
Just the same old, same old.
right. I like the live action interaction that we had with the guy, and overall, I was just like, whoa, I like that. I didn't know they had one free to the public.
What?
Whatever. That's what. I don't know where that's
Right. Exactly.
They didn't show us all that, but the thing that was really cool to me was that it was your first time experiencing it from not knowing if you've been or if you've not been.
Right. We'll just say I have never been.
Yeah, you've never been. And your eyes got really big. Now, mind you, everybody, I made the cardinal mistake of picking where to sit because she told me. It's like, I don't care where we sat. We sat in this.
I told you that 5 times and it was starting to piss me off.
But next time we go, I'm going to sit at the very top so I don't stretch my neck out. Now, we sat like at the second row, but we looked left and right. We looked around in 3D or 4 dimension, whatever you want to call it.
We had to turn around and look behind us.
Everything was going across the screen, and it was pretty cool. So Stacy, as an experience, I'm sorry, I'm doing some interview questions now. As an experience, how do you rate this in your experiences in the last 5 years?
I'd say it's top 10.
Okay.
I enjoy things like this one, and then when we went to the place in Virginia, up
in Fredericksburg.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, Spotsylvania County. That's all I remember. With the Lincoln coin and all that.
Maybe, but it was a interactive experience.
Right.
I really enjoyed that one, and then the Flight 93
yeah
experience, those things. Now that I'm older, I like to learn that type of thing. When I was a kid, I probably didn't give 2 shits, but now it's oh, okay, let me pay attention here and see where I can use this information.
Okay, so better, and to me, both of those experiences were better than going to Appomattox. We went to Appomattox with no tour guide. We just walked around.
No, I enjoyed that, but yeah, anything with a story.
Right, like when we went to Grand Canyon, because having a guide made it a little bit better.
Having a guide made it worth not walking an hour and a half down to the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, that would have been gangster.
Right.
I would have had to get a moped or ride a mule.
Yeah.
So overall, this experience for you would be something you highly recommend to people.
Definitely.
And I would highly recommend it to anybody, even if you don't get to come to this one.
Right.
Go to a planetarium. And if you can't go to a planetarium, look up in the sky sometime. People don't look in the sky anymore.
Right. Now, granted, you won't see as much as what you're going to experience in the planetarium, but it's definitely worth looking at. Find you the darkest place that you can with no lights and experience it. So the other viewing was James Webb Space Telescope, the story unfolds. So the way she explained that one was this guy created a telescope, and it is the most powerful telescope ever built. And they've been able to discover more parts of the universe with this. So it was more of going in there, let me show you what we found type of thing, which I'm not putting that one off, because if we would have had time, I would have done them both.
Right.
It was that affordable.
Right. And that's one thing I did like about it. Thank you, NASA. Thank you, the government and everybody, for making this affordable. You could go there and enjoy it, have fun with it, and now we have memories. One thing I will suggest that we took a few pictures here and there and a little video in and out, but we didn't take every memory. I didn't go in there and do my normal JR.
We enjoyed the moment.
We enjoyed the moment like normal people. The only things.
Well, I don't want to say you're not normal if you document everything, because some people like to do that. I don't like my picture getting taken, so I don't like to have a lot of video out there.
Okay.
Photos. Now, certain things, I'm going to take 100% of pictures.
But on this one, like
Yeah.
this one, it was good. We took certain pictures of
Mhm.
certain things, and just a picture or video does no justice to the size of everything.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Unless we had a drone. If I had a drone, that would be different because then I could scale stuff and go up and go down.
Right.
But outside of that, I don't.
So once you were done with the whole planetarium, they had another part that you got to walk through. Let me see if I can find it here. You walk out and you look at it. They have a spark lab for kids. They have aviation stuff, like we saw the military helicopter, other military stuff there, Army stuff.
Yes.
I remember it saying U.S. Army specifically. The G-Force Accelerator.
Yo, the lady inside that junk was really trying to sell me up on Buc-ee's.
Yes.
I thought she was going to talk when the joint was spinning, but that's the only time she got quiet. But shout out to that lady because she was very energetic and very polite.
She was very nice. Now, the G-Force Accelerator is basically the same ride from the fair that looks like a spaceship. And you get inside of it, you lean your back against the wall, and it slides you up and down when you're basically smooshed back up against the wall. And I think she said it was, 2 times faster than the one at the fair?
Oh, yeah.
And I could feel it. Because at the fair, I could usually lift my head up. I could lift my legs up and prop them up. I couldn't move.
Yo, this one made me feel my ribs. I was like, what's wrong? And I got a little bit of a hernia still. So I could feel my hernia a little bit. It wasn't hurting, but it was like, I could tell. So I put my arm back across my chest because I was trying to be tough. And my muscles were getting too tight. And then when I did, I had to make sure my legs, I got baby legs. I had my legs turned into baby legs because I didn't want them to slam down hard. So I held them up because, my legs, I can lay them flat and hold my feet up.
Yeah.
Without my knees coming up. So I held my feet up. And when they hit the ground, I was like, baby legs, baby legs.
Now, one thing you didn't get to do today was called the moonshot, which is an example of that one is you go up in the air at Kings Island in a chair, everybody's in a circle, and it drops you down real fast.
Really, really fast.
Yeah. So that's what that was. And the reason why he couldn't do this one, because he had to have more people. I wasn't going into that one because I'm a little too chunky to fit in the seats.
So, and I had forgot about it until I seen it on the video, to be honest with you. So, it was something. And then also we seen STEM on stage, which is part of the STEM program. And I think every young person that is involved with STEM, because you're keeping the sciences alive and stuff like that. And I'm an advocate for everybody with education and sports and everything.
Yep.
And they had enough fun stuff there. They had a dining experience that we didn't eat.
Right. I think it was closed.
Yeah, I think it was closed because we
seasons.
We went in off-peak time.
Right. They did say it was pretty slow. There's exhibits. So those are things we were talking about. The rocket park.
Yeah,
that's where we went through.
Yeah, we went through there. So it was a great place to go through. And I will say this, if you get a chance, go. If you're ever in this area or if you're close by it, if you're in Nashville, make the trip down and do it. If you're in Atlanta, I don't know how far it is from Atlanta, so I ain't going to tell you to do that. But if you're in Nashville, just come on down.
That's a search on Google.
Yeah, that you can do yourself. So on that note, I'm JR.
And I'm Stacy.